like that,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right? He's just fucking seeking out fucking. Okay.
Alright, let's step off. Cut the chatter.
Alright, they're stepping off towards us.
Wax on, wax off.
Okay, so we're gonna go over fighting out of unarmed vehicles. So this is mainly when we're doing security detail things or covert operations where we can't be running fucking heavy weapons on our vehicles. And unfortunately, we don't have the SUVs where they have the pop-up miniguns. So let's just go over. Let's go ahead and look at the vehicle real quick. In real life scenarios, right? This entire back 3/4 of the vehicle is hollow, so to speak, right? So it's not really going to stop anything of any serious stopping power. Now, so in real life applications, behind the engine block is the safest place to be, really the only safe place to be. Sometimes the back, depending on how much shit you have piled in there and the size of the rear chassis. For ARMA, however, the entire frame is equally bulletproof with the exception of the windows. Okay, so anywhere that is below this window line, you're going to be in cover, which means that when we have these vehicles, we want to turn them sideways so they're perpendicular to the direction of fire, because it effectively gives us about 15 feet of movement. Alright, firing positions out of these vehicles. Okay, you can obviously shoot through the windows, right? You just have to shoot the windows out, which I'm not going to do yet, but we'll do that later. You can fire from standing over the side. Now, what you guys should do in your free time is practice the various, like, where can you get that tiny threshold, right? Like, right now, I can rest my fucking suppressor on that brake light, which means the only thing that's showing is, like, the right half of my arm and my fucking, the top part of my head and maybe my eye. Right, so you want to find all those spots on the vehicle, and I recommend you using the advanced fucking movement keys for that, right? But just kind of play around with, like, hey, so on like SUVs, which is mainly what we'll be using for security details, this and the Land Rover, the Land Cruiser, which I'll pull out. Get used to what the spots are, right? Also, don't forget that this is you can get down low, right, and go underneath the fucking. Go underneath the fucking fenders, right, and engage that way. Okay, so realistically, if you want to call yourself quote unquote air quotes 100% safe, you got to be behind a wheel because you can still take shots in the foot, which also pays to remember, right? If we're being engaged by enemies and vehicles that are on level ground with us, just fucking lay down and shoot out people's fucking ankles. I guarantee you, you won't be in the gunfight when you have no fucking feet. Okay, so let's go ahead and adjust this one so it's 90 degrees, nose facing that way, and pull that other one up so that it's nose facing that way as well, kind of in this general area though. And then just kind of go ahead, I'll put some targets down over there and kind of just get up on the vehicles and practice shooting out of the various positions. Really focus on staying on that back half of the vehicle, right? You don't want anyone going in front.
Roger.
Alright? Alright.
Contact
Range is
front.
hot. Ceasefire. Alright, I want everyone to just look at me real quick. Nova, go ahead and step off that part of the hood. Okay, I want everyone to work on, instead of just standing here and engaging targets and just being like, I got you, right? Fucking practice like 1, 2, 3, I'm down, right? Reposition. I'm down, right? Fucking stand up, push shots down range, get back down. Stand up, push shots down range, come back down. Okay? Just get in the habit of going out of sight, into sight, out of sight, into sight, and readjusting quickly.
1200.
Alright, get lined up. Constant rate of high rate of fire. Okay, so focus on popping in and out of cover and rates of fire. Clear dot. Out of these positions, and one thing to also keep in mind is if you're not participating in the gunfight, right, take a position where you're out of the way, right? So again, flush against cover. I am everywhere that I go, CQC, fucking wherever, I try to have my back or shoulder to something, because then I know, like, hey, I've got at least one side is fully secured, right? As long as it's taller than my head, right, my rear is secured, ain't shit happening. Right, and that effectively creates 180 degree security for me, right? Because everything that my back is to is going to be safe, and anything off to my sides. The farther that I move out, right, now angles start to open up in this rear, right? So you can see that I'm past 180 degrees of being able of like point of view, right? If I move farther out, even farther, right? So the closer you are to your cover, right, the safer you're going to be. So in a gunfight where we're taking lateral or like direct fire that's semi-lateral from like side to side, right, you might get clipped if you're back here, right?
Good
approach. So fucking safest point to be if you're not participating, reloading, calling in fucking air support, you know, administering aid to yourself, etc., right, is to be near the fucking center of the vehicle, out of the way of the gunfight. Okay? Alright, we're going to do it one more time, and this time we're going to, actually we'll do it a couple more times so Thomas can get in. We're going to also simulate casualties, so basically what I'm going to do is I'll just come over and be like, hey, you're dead, right, or you're down, and then Nova, you'll fucking come running over from wherever you're at, and just kind of simulate an injury and go through the basic things you would do for that injury.
Roger.
I might just shoot them in the leg.
I'll take the bullet.
Take one.
Context left in the tree line. Alright, one time's back, take an inch.
Loading. Cover me.
Copy.
I'm up. Frag out. Reloading.
Oh shit, I've been hit. Nova, need
Shit.
medic.
Brooklyn, change positions every like 5 or 6 rounds, right? So bang, 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 and then switch to the backside. Bang, 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 bang.
Got it.
Medic.
Time's back, disembarked at HLZ man. Copy that.
Oh, let's switch
Mark.
position.
Copy.
Frag.
High speed shit going.
Frag out.
Ceasefire, ceasefire.
Ceasefire.
Firing positions or whatever, so getting that kind of extra little threshold, so to speak, right? If you guys don't use this in CQC standard or areas like fucking pieing and shit like that, you should, because it basically takes here my fucking entire right side will be exposed when I fucking lean out, right? It's head, shoulders, arm, weapon, right? If I fucking do that advanced thing and then lean, it's head and weapon, right?
Copy.
So that's one of those things that it takes time to get used to making that extra key switch, but it will save you a lot of fucking downtime, right? Make sure you guys are just communicating, especially when we have a man down, our rate of fire goes up, right? So make sure when, hey, man down, roger that, covering the medic, and then fucking bang, 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 and then that's when you guys can kind of like stand up, maybe go for a few full autos, right? Because when the medic is moving, that is like the no shit, we need to be in control for that short time, right? And then we can go back to like intermediate gunfight control. But when we're moving our medic around or we're moving dudes around, it needs to be undisputed suppressive. Okay?
Are you coming back to base or right there?
Oh! I'm hit.
Medic, got one hit.
Affirmative, moving to you.
You wanna
Get that rate of fire up.
Loading.
Loading.
Alright, ceasefire, ceasefire. Go ahead and rally up on me. Alright, go ahead and pull over to the shoot house.
This tan building, or are we going to the extra shoot house?
Yeah, that's him. Oh, you guys went as far away from the fucking entrance as possible. Alright, just
And
go
I'm trying
ahead
to be
and walk your
safe.
way around this fucking corner. The entrance is on the other side.
Oh.